What is up, guys? Welcome back to Conversation episode number 53. Today we have Abdul back. I know it's been a little minute. Both of us have been pretty busy.
Been lifing, man.
Yeah,
Been
we're
busy.
lifing. So today we're actually gonna have one of the hot topics that's been going on. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen it with the whole Israel and Palestine war going on. We're just gonna get into that topic and just kind of see what we've been up to and also how does this make us feel? Because to me, I feel like Bible prophecy is happening right before our eyes, and just yeah, I mean, it's just we gotta get ready for what's coming. So yeah, let's just jump right in. The
So
dude,
whose side are you on?
man, honestly, I would want to say Israel's because they weren't the ones that started it. Like they were the Palestine attacked Israel first, and Israel just attacked them back.
Are you saying as of recently or like?
Yeah, recently, like that's just what's happening right now.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
not from the beginning, because from the beginning, obviously the Palestine was there first, right? And
Yeah.
then
They were victims
they
first.
were yeah. It's almost like when I was watching a video on it, just kind of educating myself on the whole matter. Kind of reminded me of the settlers coming in and then the displaced all the Native Americans.
Mm.
So it's kind of like they're still fighting for like their right. They don't even have rights, really. Like they have
Native
like
Americans had nothing.
it's
No, they,
almost similar, bro, because now they have territories. Don't they have like Oklahoma where they have like
like reservations.
reservations? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the Palestinians kind of have like reservations.
And then with the Native Americans, it's kind of like I wouldn't say it's worse because obviously,
they were
thankfully,
slaughtered, you know.
No, they were definitely slaughtered, and most of their women were like taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And forced to assimilate into American culture. But like they pretty much almost like slaves, bro. Like they went in, robbed them of all their land, of every their whole way of life, their culture, and you're live this way or else, and you can't spread out anywhere. This is where y'all gonna be at. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
contain them into one area, almost kind of like if you think about it, like concentration camp almost or
Yeah.
some shit. So it's kind of similar origins with all these like all these conflicts around the world. But yeah, bro, I'm not picking a side. As far as like Palestine and Israel goes, I think it's bad for both sides because it's kind of like that's just kind of been something that when I was in high school, bro, I was hearing about Palestine, and Israel, at war and conflict. I'm 26 now. This is still happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been happening for like the past 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, or I think 11 years, if I'm not. Well, actually, this is as of recently, right?
Yeah.
But in modern times, but like this is dating back to like, way back when. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we still haven't, or they still haven't, found any type of consensus or type of solution to the same ongoing issue.
Yeah.
It's sad to see it, bro, because it's not just like men going at war, and bombing and shooting each other. It's like kids, civilians, women, elderly people being involved. Like it's just whoever's out there is out there, and that's who's getting hit. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I don't think it's good for either side.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't think it's good, especially with like there's almost like very carelessness of them of just like we're just gonna and on both sides, whereas like they're just gonna bomb whoever gets
Yeah.
hit. You know, it's
That's-
not like oh, I'm gonna hit your military and you're gonna hit mine.
Yeah.
It's just like we just throw bombs and wherever they land and land. You know.
Yeah, like literally, like it'd been different if like, oh, we're gonna hit this military base, like you said, and then it's like, oh, everybody that's in the military, that's in the army or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's not army against army. It's like nation against nation, literally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just crazy to me.
But yeah, man, it's just that's one of the biggest things that I've never understood that. It's like it seems like it's a okay, how do I explain it? Is this a fight of religion or is it a fight of land? Because I think it's a
Seems like
land,
both.
right?
It's
Is it
supposed
both?
to be about the land, bro, but like
Yeah.
I feel like it's both. Because, and I hate to say that because then it feels like I said, dating back to biblical times, it's like Jews against Muslims all over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you really think about it, bro, like those are like the oldest religions. You know what I'm saying? That originated since the beginning of time. But I just don't understand. That's what I don't understand about human beings, bro. Like this shit really frustrates me. Like, why are we still dealing with problems that we've been dealing with thousands of years ago? Like, have we not reached any type of um,
Consensus.
consensus as a people, as human beings since then? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just kind of
Well, I think the from the
wild.
so I was watching a video right before this where it kind of explained the whole, Israel and the Palestine, how it started happening. I think it is, like you said, it we believe, like I always thought that it's been happening since biblical times, so thousands of years.
Hmm.
But apparently, where the war really started between them was whenever, like in the early 1900s, when the British occupied that land, and then Israel always said that, hey, Judaism isn't, or Jews isn't just a religion. A we're a people, like we are a country.
Yeah, it's a culture. Their culture. It's actually a
Yeah,
way of life.
it's like almost like if Mexican, like, how do you explain it? How it's hard to explain. It's like okay, like Muslims, like if they were like, well, we're not just a religion. We are a country,
Hmm.
so we're gonna create. And then the United States is like, hey, well, here's this part of Mexico, for example, that we're gonna make it that this is the new Muslim state, wherever you would call it. I guess I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So like the
And
like
then Mexico, like,
Judaism.
what the hell? You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Like, hey, why are you taking my territory? Like this we were here first. So then
Yeah,
that's where the whole conflict kind of begins.
yeah.
And unfortunately, like yours, for the Palestine at least, Israel has greatly advanced in like warfare and
They get a
technology.
lot of support, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think they just got some military aid from the
Well,
United States.
well, yeah, because we're tied with them. Like, so if anybody goes to war with Israel, they go to war with the United States. They're kind of part of the.
And all that's doing is just further crippling Palestine, though, because Palestine's already crippled as is. The
So
economy's not strong,
no, well,
you know?
the if you saw where the Gaza, is that correct?
Yeah.
So Gaza, that strip is like almost blockade to where I think it's like 43% of unemployment, and like whoever lives there can't find employment
That's what
just
I'm
because of the
saying. It's
lack
a
of
third world
resources.
country, bro.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
It's literally a third world country. Like, you go there, like, you play Modern Warfare. You know how, like,
Dude,
it
it
looks like Modern
looked
Warfare.
just like it. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
telling you,
yeah.
bro, like,
Like
fucked up.
so I saw like a live drone video, and you can, me being a videographer, like my job outside of this, I can tell because drones don't have audio,
Hmm.
and I can tell like they've put audio in it, like bomb, because there's people walking their streets and they're like, you hear bombs in the background, so they're trying to make it seem worse than what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, like the average Joe isn't gonna know that, right?
Yeah.
Like that, it's like sound effects.
Yeah.
Sound effects really create a mood, and
Yeah.
create the
It
scene.
makes a scene, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
facts.
So, because if there's the explosions sound like they're happening like right there, and you see people walk in, but there's no explosions.
Facts.
They're just creating a narrative. You know what I mean? But it literally looked like a Call of Duty game. Like the graphic, I don't know. It looked the destruction. It looked like all out war,
The whole scenery, yeah, exactly,
which
bro.
is
Like,
crazy.
it's just sad, dog, because like I said, man, like this isn't just like military guys and soldiers, bro. This is
Yeah, yeah.
everyone
Civilians.
out there, you know, kids, like babies, bro, like, and it's just so sad because like you see like fathers like carrying their like little daughters or little, sons, and they're like, these kids are probably like 3 years old or babies, you know what I'm saying? Like actual babies. Like
Yeah.
I seen a guy carrying a fetus, you know what I'm saying? Like I said this morning on the
Well,
news.
baby.
Like a
Fetus
baby,
is
like an
yeah, yeah.
unborn baby, and it's like
I was an unborn baby.
unborn baby, bro. Like not even developed. Like it's real nasty. It
So
was
so
weird.
so he had to take it out of his wife then.
Something happened, bro. But he was carrying a human fetus. Like it was so. It just broke my heart, bro. Like it made me teary eyed, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's sad, and it's like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, well, Israel deserves this or Palestine. I mean, they're both killing each other. You know, at the end of the day, humans are killing humans. That should not be happening. Period. But I mean, I know there's a reason why they feel that way. But I feel like, dude, it don't take thousands of years of slaughtering people to try to to reach some type of consensus, bro. Like there's a solution, bro. And I feel like I know it's foreign affairs, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, let's be honest. When has America never interfered in foreign affairs? That's pretty much what we're good at.
Yeah.
Like if we really wanted to, bro, I mean, like you said, we're aiding Israel, right? We're giving them supplies and whatnot, giving them support, whatever they need. But it's like we could do that much, bro. I feel like we can try and help. It's not gonna be our call, obviously, because it's not our country. But like, if we're already that involved, we're already involved. You know what I'm saying? We can help them reach some type of agreement or some
Well,
type
see
of treaty. You know what I mean?
from what I've seen, right, is Hassan, I believe that's if I'm getting correct. Sorry if I'm getting that incorrect.
Is that the president
Of Palestine, he
Palestine?
said that he doesn't want peace. He wants his land back. So he said, I don't care. There is nothing Israel can do
And
to
then there's that, bro.
create peace so Israel, because that's what I'm saying. That's
Ain't
why
no
it's
blood.
like, yeah. So this is why, like, like right now, people, because the only reason that this attack happened was because the United States, Biden freed up $6 billion to was it Iran? Not Iran. What was that country? Iran.
Ukraine?
No, not Ukraine. God dang it.
It's in the Middle East, no?
Yeah, it's in the Middle East. Starts with an I.
Not Istanbul.
No. God dang, I had it in my.
Iraq?
No, it's not right.
Iran?
I think is it Iran?
You know,
Well,
Iraq?
anyways, he freed up $6 billion to for,
The city.
and they funded it. They funded that attack with probably U.S. It's still U.S. kind of funded it, bro, because there's so this I could be wrong, but supposedly they used Afghanistan weapons that we left there, because we left tanks, we left
All type of shit.
airplane, we left all kinds of stuff. You know, billions and billions of dollars worth of equipment that now
People
they're
are,
using
yeah,
towards.
using.
So technically, United States funded that attack too. Like if you technically want to look at it, like they're, you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like they left it there for a purpose, bro. Like there's no way that
You think it wasn't a coincidence?
ain't no way, bro. Ain't no
You
way.
think it's just like they knew what they were doing?
Yeah, I think we're messing. I don't know, bro. I think either United States is trying to do
It's
something.
very strategic, though, bro. Warfare is very strategic. It's
It's a
not
lot
just
of money.
about money. There's a bunch of bread in in warfare and murder and people dying and nations being destroyed. It's just like at what cost, bro? You know what I'm saying?
They don't care about the cost though, bro. That's the thing though. Like these elite people that are like for example BlackRock, Vanguard, all these big companies. You think they care about if
Obviously
anything?
not.
If anything, they're like, bro, if there's more destruction, we can get our companies and we're like, hey, we'll recreate it or we'll rebuild.
Yeah.
Like that, for example, in Ukraine, I think BlackRock got like a crazy amount of like a contract for billions of dollars to rebuild Ukraine.
It's insane.
So it's like, yeah, they'll be like, yeah, send billions of dollars to Ukraine, and then guess what? They're gonna get those $1 billion back because they're gonna pay all that money to the United States to be able to do that again, to rebuild.
I don't know, dude. It's really overwhelming, all of this shit, bro. It just gets to the point where you start to question what if it's even for, like you said, their land anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like, what happens in the case that, okay, they do give up the land, they do vacate, everybody that's not from Palestine, returns, leaves Israel, and so, likewise, on the other hand, everybody that's not Palestinian, that's not from, Palestine leaves Israel, and everybody that's not from Israel leaves Palestine that way.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll stop there? Do you actually believe that it'll stop there? Because then they're gonna want to, okay, bet. Now we got our place back. Now we want blood for everybody that you've taken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now we want revenge. Because warfare is, I don't ever think, bro, the Middle East has been like torn for so long,
Yeah.
so long, so long.
So has it always been a fight? I think it's always been a fight for land.
And it ain't just them too.
No.
It's like the Middle East, like all over, bro. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
always a battle here. There's always a battle there. There's always, you know what I'm saying? There's always
Yeah.
something going on. And I just hate that because then, like, I'm a Muslim, bro. You know, it just kind of like plays into the whole stereotypical terrorist, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, yeah,
stuff. And
yeah.
that shit's that's played out, bro. Like the news is gonna be the news. The media is gonna be the media. Propaganda has to be propaganda, bro. Like you said, with the drones and the sound effects and stuff, they're gonna make it look like something more than it is. You know what I mean? And that's just the way things happen, bro. Like at the end of the day, a journalist still has to make it sell. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
See, but I feel like the journalist's job should be just to.
Nobody cares about real news as long as it gets out the fastest, bro. That's who. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the problem.
That is a problem.
You know, like they're over there creating. They're over there creating BS whenever
It's always been
it's
that way though.
yeah.
Look at even on the home front. Think about this shit, bro. We talked about the insurrection. How that look when
Yeah.
CNN put it out. How did it
That look
look?
bad.
How did it look? It looked terrible. It looks
Oh
like
yeah,
what the
yeah,
hell?
yeah.
America's going under, bro. Like this ain't
Yeah.
never happened before. This is America's under siege. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then fast forward 2 years later, what is it now? And
Yeah,
then we
yeah.
see the footage
Well,
of
is it
like
no 3 years later? It's about to
3 years.
be four because it happened in 2020.
Was that 2020 or 2021, bro?
No, 2020 because Biden had already been. It's 2020 because that's when
That's
the
when the election happened.
election
Right.
happened. Yeah, yeah.
So now, fast forward 3 years later, and we finally, I don't know why it took them 3 years, but we all know because they needed people to believe what they wanted them to believe, correct?
Yeah.
Fine. Now look, it's all about propaganda, and that's textbook propaganda, you know what I'm saying? Right there. Same thing. Anytime any type of real crazy or, dramatic conflict is happening or is underway, bro, it's about which reporter can dress it up and make it look the best as far as whatever, their agenda is or whatever side they're playing for.
Yeah.
That's really how you got to spin it. And I remember Denzel Washington said something about this because he was talking about how like the media and like TMZ and stuff, they're always like really hell bent on just getting news out the fastest, whether it's BS or not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, and that's where I got that saying from. He was like, he said nowadays it's not about who gets it right. It's about who gets it out the fastest because whoever gets it out the fastest is the first story, and the
Right.
first story is the only story until the next one comes out. You know what I'm saying? So as far as they know, as far as the public knows, that's the truth because that's the only story that people have to go off of
Right.
until somebody comes along behind them and debunks them, or whether they go along with this, have the same script, same narrative or not. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody else is gonna run with first
Yeah.
before they
That's
find
true.
out.
Yeah, that's true. That's
And I'm not saying this is not me saying that it's not a bad thing or it's not like a real issue. It's not as bad as it looks on on TV or on the news. It's just that yeah, we know it's bad, bro, but like I just don't want people to get lost in the sauce because I know, I mean, depending on where people's backgrounds are from, I know a lot of Middle Eastern, bro. I have like, I don't think I have anymore, but I've had Jewish friends before in my life. You know what I'm saying? I have
yeah.
friends from the Middle East now. You know what I'm saying? And I know, based off of their backgrounds, they've obviously, it's going to hit home. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get real
Oh,
personal.
yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it gets really personal, really political. And I know they're going to want to choose sides, but I feel like we have to try to remember, like, it ain't about choosing sides, bro. There's really no, what they say, there's no good guys when it comes to war.
Nah, there's no,
You know what I'm saying?
There's no winners and
There's
losers
no
either.
winners. Yeah, losers. Like, bro, everybody's losing their life
Yeah.
left and right, bro. It's just
Yeah.
about they lost more. Maybe, the left side lost more than the right side did. But at the end of the day, we both lost. You know what I'm saying? So we got to think. I feel like we should think about it like that. We should just pray for peace, pray for a solution, and pray for, for innocent lives to not be slaughtered any further. But, we can only do that. We just pray.
So it was Iran.
Iran. Okay,
Yeah.
see. I was like, there's not a lot of eyes.
Yeah. So yeah, Iran was the one that got unfrozen, and then out of nowhere, then like somehow they got those weapons to the Palestinians, which is to me is like is really crazy, bro. Because if you look at it, right? So right now there's two wars going on. So there's Ukraine and Russia, and then Palestine and Israel, and China is getting ready to they want Thailand. Thailand, right? Yeah, Thailand. Uh,
They want Thailand?
yeah.
That's going to be
because-
interesting.
But Thailand's part of NATO, so it's like if China attacks
The United
Thailand,
States has to respond.
they have to respond, right? So then it's like that's where World War III could happen, right? Because United States has to defend Taiwan. So then, sorry, Taiwan,
Thailand or Taiwan?
Taiwan,
Taiwan.
yeah, Taiwan. My bad.
I thought that was like a Chinese speak. That is a Chinese speaking
So it
country.
is a Chinese speaking country. They were at one point part of China, but I think they became independent.
Oh.
So China's like, no, you're still part of us, and they're like, no, we separated from you. It's kind of like Hong Kong too. Hong Kong was like its own, kind of like the
But Hong Kong is
Washington
in
D.C.
China.
Yeah, I know. But they didn't have to obey by all the same rules. They had like a little bit different rules.
Okay.
But for sure Taiwan, sorry, not Thailand, Taiwan. Um, we get a lot of our chips from there too. So that's why China wants them, because if they do that, then they control pretty much like our computer chips, the other chips that go on the motor vehicles. That's one of the reasons why, like in what was it, 2021, where all those car manufacturers couldn't push out any of the vehicles because there weren't no chips during the whole pandemic. Um, so then, so then that's going on, right? So then it's like that the United States is gonna get pushed in, right? Because we're meddling over here with Russia and Ukraine, right? If Israel goes to war and it's an actual real war, we might have to go in there. And then if China attacks Taiwan, then we have to for sure go in there. I think in 2021, Biden signed a executive order for if something happens, that any able body will have to be drafted.
So that includes like probably me.
Yeah, includes you, me, everybody that's able, that's
Yeah.
Asian able. And it's like, why did he do that in 2021? Like, what was he preparing for?
I see what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Think this might have been strategically like planned out?
Yeah. Like, hey, at the end of your term, that way, if you do lose, right, then whoever goes into now has to deal with all these wars going on, and if you do get reelected, well, then they'll, I don't know, figure it out,
Would
I
you go?
guess, or
Be
you'd have
honest.
to. There's just that or prison.
Would you go?
Yeah, it's that or prison. I ain't going to prison.
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
I feel that. I don't know if I'd go. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So you'll go to prison?
I'd probably have to go sit
I
down.
don't know,
in
bro.
prison.
I don't
But then
think-
again, it wouldn't just be like just you in prison. It'd be like you and everybody else who decided not to go in prison.
yeah, and all the other criminals that are like,
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very true. That's
I'll take my risk.
You might not make it back alive though, bro.
You might not, but you might not make it back the same either. But for the thing is too, how long would you be in prison for?
That's another thing.
You get what I'm saying?
That's another
So
thing.
that's another thing that's been scary, bro. Because a lot of the
During the was it the civil rights movement, a lot of people did sit-ins. I mean, not sit-ins. They chose not to go overseas and fight. There's a World War II, I think. And they got locked up. I think Muhammad Ali was one of the people that got locked up.
Oh, really?
No, I think he might have served in the military, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I know some activists decided to actually sit out and not,
I wouldn't
I
want
think it was
to.
Malcolm X. I don't know. It was somebody, shot.
Yeah.
But they didn't go, and I mean they came out and they still
Yeah, they
make a
still
name
lived
for
out their
themselves.
lives,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? They still live their lives. Obviously, things are a whole lot different now
Yeah.
than back then. But
I think it was easier to hide back then, maybe.
low key, yeah, because
You know
there
what I
wasn't
mean?
a lot of tracking. Like nowadays, we got GPS on everything: your watch, your phone,
Yeah, literally, your car.
your IP address, your car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. Like shit is always following. This camera's literally everywhere in
Yeah.
public, so it's a lot harder to hide. Even recently, there was just like one criminal, some Mexican guy. I don't know if you've seen a video. Like he had like crab walked along the wall.
The
And he,
Mexican
like-
border?
No, he was in prison.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Where he escaped.
He
Yeah,
escaped. And he
Yeah,
was on
yeah.
a run. I think he was on a run for like a week, but he got
got
caught.
caught?
He shaved his fucking face. He cut his hair and everything.
So to look different.
To look different, yeah, to
Yeah.
like change his identity, but like at the end of the day, he still got caught. But that's my point is like you can only hide for so long, even if you
Yeah.
do the most. Like you can maybe dress new clothes, even dye your hair, cut your hair, whatever. But somebody somewhere is gonna, they're gonna identify you, bro. You're gonna get caught eventually. It's really not. It won't take too long. You might get away with it for a little while, but you're gonna end up folding for sure.
Yeah.
So it'll definitely be hard to hide from society nowadays, for sure, for
I
sure.
don't know, man. It's definitely not something that I would want to do. Like
I don't want to do it
I
either.
wouldn't want to be a part
I
of
don't want
that.
to go to
But
war, bro, because I don't even support war. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's fucked up. Like I said, nobody wins in war.
that and if you get drafted, you don't get the same training. Like they're just kind of like one
They're just
week and
throwing you out
then
there.
you just say
That's what I'm
good
saying. You're
luck.
sent out there to die, bro.
Yeah.
That's my point. That's why I said, like, bro, do I want to? I don't even stand for this
So what
shit.
would you do?
I don't fucking know.
Would you leave the country?
I would try to.
So I want to say like when that happened, a lot of people did that. But then I think whenever you do come back, I think they still prosecute you because you avoid like
It
it's
probably
kind of
looks
like
cowardly to them, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Instead of you to fight for your country, you chose to
I
flee.
mean, it's kind of but you're not fighting for your country. That's the thing though. Like I would understand it if United States was getting invaded and
We're fighting for somebody else's cause.
and there's like for example China's trying to take over and if they take over you're gonna live under them or even let's say somewhere worse it was like North Korea and North Korea and you knew if they won that anything you said like for example anything that was in this podcast that we have spoken out against the government and thing,
Punishable by death.
yeah, bro. So it's like, well, then at that point, it's like, well, you gotta fight because you're either gonna get tortured and then killed, you're gonna have your whole family tortured and killed. So at that point, it's like there's no other option but to fight. But whenever it's like you're gonna go fight somebody else's war, that's different.
Yeah, facts.
You get what I'm saying? Then
don't hit the
I'm
same.
not part of that. Like I don't.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm
but
not
you,
with that.
so you'd actually go though instead of like just maybe sitting out. Well, they're not gonna put you in prison for 5 years. They're not gonna give you that much time. They're not gonna. They probably want. I don't know if it's. I don't know how many
Nah, bro, I
months
think-
or years it is, but you're not gonna be no 5 year bid
You
for
don't
sure.
think so?
I doubt it.
I think it'll probably put you in prison till the war ends.
That's crazy work. I know war takes a long time.
Exactly. Well, yeah, it depends. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna lose like let's say 5 to 10 years of your life.
Sheesh, I'd be sick, bro.
Can you
Oh,
imagine
man.
just sitting in a prison cell, just like,
Day after day for 10 years?
well, yeah, or you don't know. See, that's the
I
thing.
lost a
that
cousin like that, bro. He committed
the-
suicide in prison, actually.
Yeah. Well,
crazy.
you can imagine. I think Andrew Tate and his brother talked about this because they didn't have a time frame.
And they were like in solitary
Yeah. So they were like, kind of like, hey, you're gonna get put in prison for
until further notice.
Yeah, to further notice. So then it's like every day you're like, oh, am I getting out? How much longer?
Imagine
I think
the
that's
mental
worse.
stress, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think that's worse than be like, you got 5 years. Okay, well, now
You can at least count down the
count
days.
down. Yeah.
But, like, honestly, a lot of respect for Top G, bro, because, man, a lot of people would have lost their mind in there, bro. And he really, I really feel like he came out and he was a different person, though. But obviously I don't even think the case is closed, so he can't even, like,
Yeah.
be as reckless, as he was
Oh, right,
before.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure when the case closed, he's gonna be back on his bullshit. I'm sure, but like I know he's probably
You
gonna
think
leave.
so?
Where's he in right now?
Romania.
Romania,
still?
yeah. I'm sure he'd probably leave there. I think he'd be back on his bullshit. He's not stupid, bro. That guy's really smart, and he doesn't like to be controlled. That's his biggest thing. Is like I'm not gonna let you tell me what to do
You think
because
he'll leave Romania?
fuck yeah, I believe so. I mean, I would. He has every reason to. Like, would you not if you were him? I would. As much as respect that he has
said
for him.
he wasn't, but I think he had to say
Come
that
on now.
to be able
Like
to.
I said, he's trying to play it safe.
Yeah.
He's got to. Because then if he leaves Romania, they're gonna be like, okay, so you do have something to run from. Then, like, why are you running? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's another reason for him to be looked into further when he's already being violated. All his rights were violated. Like that shit wouldn't have flown in America.
Do you feel? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Nah,
Bro. I feel like it should.
they violated so many of his rights, bro. Come on now.
Well, okay, so think about what they're doing to Trump.
And they stole a bunch of bread. They stole. You know how much money he lost from that shit?
Yeah, that's all. I think they gave most of it back, but like whatever he could have projected and made, that's gone. But like for example, look what they're doing with Trump, right? They're trying to make not only
That man
with
been indicted
not
on
only
so
with
many
Trump,
fucking counts, bro.
I know, but not only with Trump. So like right now, if anybody is if you even were thought, if you look alike, like you were at the January 6th insurrection, bro, the FBI went to your house and arrested you.
But the thing is, with AI nowadays, you could kind of make anybody look like they were there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So just for showing up, or even if somebody didn't even show up, he was out of town and he just like tweeted something like, "Hey, don't let them take our freedom" or something like that. He got arrested for that.
They said he incited it.
Okay, but was he there? He all he did is say words.
No, he wasn't. Obviously, he wasn't there.
Imagine if all the people that, for example, Antifa, like, hey, go loot, go do this, and now for saying that you get arrested, not because you were there doing it, just because you said, hey, let's go protect. Let's, for example,
But you
let's
can incite a riot and get charged for inciting a riot.
just so with social media.
Yeah, like, dude,
But
I don't
that's
know if you
what,
know
but
who.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Celebrities get that shit happen to them all the time.
but they could change, like they can change anything to be like, oh, you're inciting a
Yeah,
riot.
I mean, if they want to arrest you bad enough, oh yeah, they're gonna make it be. They'll find any reason to be like, oh well, technically you incited a riot, so you're under
But
arrest.
that's what I'm saying, bro. So then, aren't we starting to become more tyrannical? To
Oh,
where,
because we're tolerating more and more injustice. Is what you're saying?
yeah. Well, not only that, where they're making it to where freedom of speech isn't freedom of speech. Like you should be able to say whatever the hell you want,
Bro.
and not get arrested because of words.
Have you noticed censorship has gone up significantly in the last like couple years?
Yeah.
Bro, like sometimes you'll watch a video and like somebody will probably be smoking like a blunt or something or a joint,
Yeah.
and that's even like, bro, the word fat is bleeped out.
Really?
Fuck yeah. Bro, you can't say or do or show anything anymore like these days, bro. I mean, you
That-
can, but like, you're either
You're
probably
not
at risk
gonna
of
get monetized.
demonetization, your video probably just being taken down altogether, or you getting a strike, something, bro. You're gonna get checked for something. That's weird, bro. You notice
Isn't
that
that
shit?
scary though?
Yeah, I've been noticing that a lot, bro. Like, you can't say fat in on some
Because
posts,
that's, like,
on some
shaming?
things, I guess, bro. Like, everybody's a big ass baby now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks everything is bullying.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I just miss the old
So,
days, bro.
I feel like I remember seeing it somewhere. I don't remember what state, but it might be California because they're the craziest.
Oh,
we're
for
now
sure.
we're now shouting at your kid is worse than if they were abused.
That's crazy.
So
That sounds like
so
some California shit.
So like saying like, hey, like just screaming at your kid, or like, you know how sometimes they get rowdy.
Just being a parent.
Yeah, just being a parent. Well, that's now they can. That's being worse than if you were abusing them. Like, how crazy is that, bro? That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, the laws are changing so much that America is starting to become a socialist country. Well, like, slowly. They're instrumenting, like, where, like, oh, okay, well, you can't say this word. And then when will it get to a point where, like, oh, bro, like we have a podcast, right? Well, 5 years, like, let's say 5 years from now, well, you said this, well, now you're getting arrested for the words you said. But back then, it was totally legal.
That's my point, bro. Literally, a lot of shit that people probably said in the past, like maybe 5 years, right before the pandemic. Let's say like from 2018 on, right? That's the past 5 years, right? 2018 on, people will go back and be like, oh, remember? Maybe they said something like borderline wild nowadays, and they'd be like, he said the same thing, da 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 da, last time. But like, people can really like make things look like it was said yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If
like
you-
videos.
Yeah, like it's not. I mean, watching a video, unless you were there, unless you know exactly when it happened, it could have been shot last week. You know what I'm saying? And it was probably shot
Or 2 years ago.
or 2 years ago. You never really know until somebody presents you with the facts. So I say that to say that, like, bro, like, it's really dangerous, bro. Like, what how much trouble you can, or scary, excuse me, how much trouble you can get in, like, just on accident. People get in trouble on accident these days, like, and people's careers can be over just as quick as it started, just because of a group of people that have that. Just, it's so sad, like, people, like a small group of people that have so much power, you know what I'm saying, to really like make or break you, bro. And then like your
Hasn't
career's
it always
finished.
been like that though? If you think
Not
about it.
really.
Nah, bro. Because okay, so think about it like this, right? Back in the day when we had kings and queens, right? A small group of people controlled everything.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter what they could do. They could go out and have people murdered.
But this is the public I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about the public
Oh,
opinion.
like the general public.
General public.
Okay.
Because, like, let's be honest. If I say something that's considered to be homophobic, nowadays, like, bro, me and my homeboys, like, we'll just say, like,
Yeah, I got
maggot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll call each other that, like, all the time. Or, like, just play for, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
Like, you know how we used to do back in the
Yeah.
days, whatever. Like, that was normal.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I didn't mean nothing by it. I'm not trying to call him homo or nothing, but,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's
I
just
say that
a
now.
slang.
Yeah, it's just slang.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, oh, this is,
Like saying this sucks.
this sucks. Like, bro, I don't want to do this. This is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
Now, bro, like, bro, we'll be out of here. You know, for saying that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Like, even if you don't mean it in a rude way or in a malicious way, bro, they gonna take like everything. It's like people want to be offended so bad right now. That's why I feel like
I don't.
censorship
I
is
don't know.
so
I don't think
strong.
they want to, bro. I think they're brainwashed to like
To feel
to
offended, but
feel offended. Yeah, yeah.
nobody's coming for you,
It's
bro. It's not
yeah.
that deep.
No.
You know what I mean? No,
Yeah.
it's not directed towards you, but everybody takes
But
offense to,
but
to
you
this
see,
shit.
all that's gonna change once, like, let's say
How? We're getting,
we
like you just said, we're getting
no
closer
no
to this
no.
shit.
It's so I feel like not only are we getting closer to World War III, I feel like United States is getting closer and closer to a civil war, where it's like
Okay.
it's slowly building up, bro. Like
That's not good for us though, because that makes the outsiders make that divides us, and then
yeah
once
yeah.
we're divided, we're weaker, and that's when everybody else can take advantage of that
Oh
opportunity.
yeah, facts. But
It's I
those
know it's
people
coming.
the people don't care, bro. Because at the people up top making all these like rules and changes is like all they care is about money. So like they don't care if this world burns as long as they're on top of it.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So then it's like we're just pawns in a game that we don't even know is being played.
Facts.
You know? So then it's like how can you get out of that? Like because even some millionaires are still part of the game. Like they're still like you have to be a part of like the 0.001%. Like whereas like you're a
Elite.
trillionaire and
Yeah.
people like dude I guarantee there's people that are trillion like right now they have like the puppets right like for I wouldn't call Elon Musk a puppet but they use him as a puppet like oh he's the richest man in the world.
I don't think so.
No. Like, dude, there's probably people that make 10 times, if not 20 times more than he does.
I was gonna say
They're
yeah.
just outside the light.
Bro, they're yeah, the real I feel like the real elites, bro, they're like anonymous. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
off the map,
Yeah,
off the
yeah.
grid.
Like,
And
for
they don't
example,
need to show their face.
no, like, who is the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers? Where are their kids? You know what I mean? Like, all you see whenever you see the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, all these old families that are multi-billionaires, bro, all you see is their old pictures. Like, oh, they're all like in their freaking, there would be like hundreds now. It's like, what, they didn't have kids? Like, they don't have grandkids? Like, like, who are they?
People, I think
You get what I'm saying?
people of that status, bro, they're really smart about what they
Keeping
want. Yeah.
secrets.
Oh fuck yeah, come on now. Because I mean, let's be honest, bro. They're running societies, bro.
Oh, they're running countries, bro. They probably run the whole world. Like for
Yeah.
example, BlackRock and Vanguard. We keep bringing them up. They own everything. They own all the companies. It's like when you trace the money, it's like a web. It's like oh, let's say Geico, then Disney owns Geico, then Disney owns another company, and then at the very top is BlackRock, Vanguard,
Just
all
one person
those.
sitting back collecting
Yeah,
from
yeah,
everybody.
exactly. But to us, oh, they're all different companies.
Mm.
You get what I'm
They're
saying?
like all subsidiary
Yeah,
companies
yeah, they
of
all
that one.
exactly.
Yeah.
They all have money invested in every single big corporation. When it comes to like you know, um, all these insurance companies like Geico, Progressive, like all these companies are
I've
owned
always
by
known that since a
one.
kid, though. I've always thought that too to myself because I've always been a thinker, and I'm like, bro, I don't know. I guess I was a little conspiracy theorist when I was a kid. I was like, I bet you there's one person sitting back collecting from every fucking body, like
It's a monopoly.
everybody. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
monopoly, like,
monopoly.
literally. Like, there's got to be one or a family of people. Like, there's that's just one association that's literally has hands in everything. Because there's no way, like, yeah, there's a bunch of businesses. There's thousands, if not millions, of businesses, but somebody's getting paid. Like
Yeah,
this one person is sitting back just collecting from everybody. Like that's the head of honchos, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just like with the cartels, bro. Like everybody hears about a Chapo. They think he's the face of the what is it? The new generation Mexican cartel. I think that's what it's
Sure,
called.
I don't know.
But like he ain't even. He's like the forefront of it. People think he is, but he's not even the head honcho. It's like I think it's El Mayor or some shit like that.
You know
Like
more than me. I don't know.
I'm only knowing this shit because I've looked this shit up. But it's like the niggas that are really running the show. Think about it. And
Bro.
like, and you used to watch superhero like animated series and stuff. TMNT.
Okay.
Remember the guy, the shadow guy with the shadow ninjas or whatever. Like,
Shredder.
Shredder. How hard was it before they actually found like the real Shredder? You know what I mean? There was they always sent out his ninjas. Like he has henchmen doing his dirty work. And then they finally go to the big boss.
When it comes to that, bro, do you think the real person controlling it is like the CIA? Because so if you ever watch, I know we're getting a little bit off topic of Israel, but If you ever talk, have you ever seen the Ozarks?
That's a show on
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah.
I've seen an episode
So
about it.
in that show, at the very closer to the end, if you know, if I don't want to ruin it for anybody, so kind of spoiler alerts.
Is it a
If you
good show?
wanna, yeah, it's a really good show. So it talks about the cartels, right? And how at towards the end, I don't know if it's the FBI or the CIA, they partner up with the cartels to destroy another faction of the cartels, but they're working together.
This
They're
happens
like, we're
in
like, well,
Narcos
we'll
too.
let you. Yeah, yeah. So I haven't seen it, but
That must be
the
true then.
yeah, bro. So we're like, they'll partner up, and will they do that? Like right now, aren't we supplying like ISIS and like to they were supplying ISIS to fight other people like the Taliban or something crazy like that, or we're supporting the people we were fighting so they can fight somebody else for
So
us.
just temporary alliance.
Yeah, yeah.
Because my enemy,
The enemy of my
enemy
enemy is my friend,
is my
something like
friend.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's like you're funding the people you're saying they're bad, like the terrorist groups. But then you complain whenever they attack you. Like these people aren't loyal to you
No
just because you're
facts.
giving them money,
No
giving
facts.
them weapons. Like they don't care.
Same thing happened, bro. If you ever seen like Narcos, like I've seen the whole season, the Pablo Escobar season. There's many seasons, but even in that one, bro, they were getting to the point where they were like, bro, this guy's, it's too hard to take down their cartel. Like they were one of the most powerful, pretty much cartels in the world at a point in time in the '80s, right? In the world, you know what I'm saying? They were big bad, baddest gangster in the world. He was, but they couldn't do it from gang to gang. Like it was just like he pretty much ran everybody the whole damn country. You know what I'm saying? He started his reach even extended past the country. So they needed like to get. I think it was the CIA to like the his rival gang members. Um, they partnered up with the CIA, on some inside undercover shit. Um, a little betrayal here, a little betrayal there, but it's like, yeah, they do. They have to do that in order to take down, the big bad wolf. You feel me?
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah, they take him down, but it's like now you're on their radar too after they use you for what they need.
Well,
For their
exactly.
radar.
They just use you, and then from there, like they control you. Like, hey, do this, do that, until you're no longer an asset. And then they're like, okay, well, it's time for you. It's time for a new asset. And then isn't that shady? So that means that
It's
like
very shady.
that's a corrupt country because then
Everybody's
you're
corrupt.
yeah, there's so I used to think that United States wasn't, but the more I look into and the more especially as I feel like maybe it used to not be, or at least they were hiding it very well.
No, United States is very, very good about hiding shit.
Not anymore, bro. Now
Well,
everything is coming out. I feel
yeah,
like,
it's
or
getting aired out a lot more
I
nowadays
feel like
because we have a lot more access to resources and the internet, right?
mhm.
And people are actually like digging into shit because they just feel as though, like you said, I guess they're getting like, skeptical, and they're like, hey, why isn't this adding up?
Yeah.
So and so adding up. Like people talk about moon landings, people talk about protests and riots and stuff. Like, well, if you're for this cause, and why is X, Y, and Z happening? Why isn't X, Y, and Z? You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Mhm.
So it's raising a lot of brows. Like a lot of people are giving the rock look right now. You know what I'm saying?
The
So
Rock, the Dwayne Johnson.
the brow. You
The
know what I
who?
mean? He does that little brow thing
Oh,
with his
I
brow.
got you. I got
You
you.
feel me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like it's raising everybody's like I guess brow. Like they're just skeptical about a lot of shit. So that's why a lot of shit is being discovered, I guess uncovered, whatever. But there's a lot of dirty secrets, bro. America's really just a glorified third world country if you think about it.
Yeah.
We just dress it up and make it look pretty, bro. Like it's not pretty. If you
Well,
really see past all the glitz and glamour, like it's really nasty. You know what I'm saying?
what blows my mind is how we can give billions of dollars to other countries, but not fix our country.
This
Like
shit ghetto, bro. The whole world is just ghetto. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. The whole world ghetto. I feel like the only people that have it slightly together, bro, like Dubai, bro, the UAE, bro, like them
Dubai
niggas.
and what's that country? What they did shot like Crazy Rich Asians. I want to say, what's that place? Like it's like Asian. Singapore.
Singapore?
Singapore, they got money, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I think like everybody there is practically a millionaire.
Hmm.
Like Singapore and Dubai, they're the top. Like if you can live there, you got money.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean,
Well,
that just
that
seems
and
like the
Monaco is
safest places to be. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because they respect the law there. They
Mhm.
enforce the law there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying everybody's perfect, but like, I mean, compared to the rest of the world, bro, they got it going on, and they're
Well,
technologically advanced as fuck.
what's crazy to me is like Dubai doesn't have the income tax. They don't tax
Yeah, I don't even think they pay
their
for like for
but yet they're flourishing. So what are
it's
they
actually for
doing?
school and stuff. I mean,
I
like
think
for
you
higher
pay like
education.
everybody pays like private schools and they
Yeah, like you're not finna get charged $200,000 for a degree. You know what I'm saying over there. You
you
know what I'm
know,
saying?
is it free?
I don't know if it's free, but I know you get helped by the government. You get aid by the government, and I don't think it's like, you know how they like help you over here, but they're really fucking you because they're giving you a loan that they're
Yeah,
collecting
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
interest on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And
it's not like
that
that.
doesn't matter. Like it's not like even if you declare bankruptcy, you still own
Oh
that
no, no,
loan.
no! You're gonna pay that
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
back.
yeah.
The
Yeah, yeah.
government's gonna get their shit back
They're
for
gonna
sure.
get that money. Yeah.
Oh, every time.
So which is crazy, right? Because if you get those jobs, you're paying taxes, which are still paying the government, but then you're still paying on the loans that
Dead
you.
ass.
So then it's like you're double paying, and then
Dead ass.
really like you pay tax whenever you get paid, you pay tax whenever you buy anything, you pay property tax even after you pay the house off. It's like, bro, when aren't you paying
You're
tax?
paying interest on crazy interest, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
on a loan that you probably got when you were like 18 years old. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And you probably didn't know any better about money because the average 18-year-old isn't financially literal enough to know what they're getting themselves into 30 years from now. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So
And most
there's
parents
doctors
they
that are
don't know
making
either.
$250,000, but they not seeing $250,000 because they paying the government like half that shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's crazy. That's why I be seeing like some doctors and stuff like, why are you struggling, bro? You're making a fuck ton of bread, but I
Yeah,
forget
it's also their lifestyle though, bro. Like if
lifestyle.
you go
True.
buy $1 million home and then wonder why you're still broke. It's like you buy $1 million home whenever that ain't nothing. Like $1 million ain't. You don't buy $1 million home when you make 1 million. You
Yeah,
know.
obviously it's not a smart. It's
That's
not.
what they do, bro.
That's what people
Like
do.
for
Yeah.
example, doctors make let's say 400,000.
Hmm.
Well, they'll go and buy $1 million home, making 400,000. Then they'll go buy a freaking. They get married, so their wife wants a G wagon. That's another good 300,000.
And he has to take care of himself.
And he exactly. If she has a G wagon, well, shit, I gotta get me a Rolls Royce.
Yeah,
I mean, it's only
it's only right.
it's only right.
Yeah.
So you're looking at good $700,000 worth of vehicles, if not $1 million vehicle. That's 2 million together. So now your lifestyle is like, oh, you're broke. Plus, you're still paying your student loans.
Kids.
Yeah, and then if we go and have kids, exactly. And those kids are gonna be expensive too, right? They're gonna want name brand. They're
Probably gonna
gonna
be in
want
private school.
private school, exactly. Like where you're
Nannies.
paying like college money,
Tuition. Exactly.
like freaking 50,000 a year for them to be in elementary school, and
That's insane.
like that's what I'm saying, bro. So then it's like it's not about how much you make, is what you. It's all good and well if you're making 10 mil and you're spending 2 million. You know what I mean? Like that's obviously you're doing
You
good.
gotta offset it the
Yeah.
way that where you're not gonna be dry.
But
Left
I
in
feel
the
like,
negative.
everybody's expenses grow to their income.
That's true.
Like you make, let's say you make 100,000, well then you max that out. You're like, okay, I can get to you make 1 million, well then you're gonna max that 1 million. Only the like certain entrepreneurs that live under that will can grow their businesses into $1 billion businesses or even multi-$100 million businesses, because instead of spending the money, they're investing it back in their company. Like they make 100,000, but they'll put 90,000 back into the business,
And
and
survive
then
off 10.
and they do 10. Like, okay, I'll pay myself 10, and until let's say they make 10 million, and then okay, I'm gonna pay myself $1 million. You know what I mean? Which is good money, but you're still investing 9 into it, so you can keep growing it.
I think it's just like, I really think it's just like public peer pressure, low key.
Yeah, it is.
Like people think peer pressure only applies to like children mostly. I feel like that's true about a lot of people because like damn, my peers, my best friend Jeremy has, like you said, just bought his wife a G wagon.
Yeah,
Damn
yeah.
it, my wife deserves, to upgrade from
Yeah, yeah.
a Nissan or whatever to a G wagon, and then you want to treat yourself to a 911, so you're gonna go get that Porsche.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? You wanna live that
Good
life,
car right
bro.
there.
You want to be able to. You want to be able to hang. You want to be able
Yeah.
to feel included. You don't want to be. Nobody wants to feel left out.
So that's the whole keeping up with the Joneses, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So I think that's just where it all lies, bro.
I think everybody likes the finer things in life. It's just not everybody is there. Like everybody wants to have that $1 million home, but nobody wants to pay for it nowadays.
True.
You know what I mean? Like,
True.
or not they don't want to pay for it, they don't want to work for it because you got to work for it to get that million to be able to afford the luxuries and the best things in life. You know?
I think really, honestly, all it comes down to, bro, is self discipline and self control, and I feel like all that shit can be achieved because that's really what sets people apart from like people who want it and people who like need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the self discipline and the self control.
To close up the podcast, um, get back to the thing, man. How if we do go to another World War III, one, when do you think it'll start, and two, how long do you think it'll last?
Predictions.
Yeah,
I hope
predictions.
this doesn't happen, but this is just my own opinion, my own
Yeah.
thoughts. 2025.
This is 10/13
Today
of
is
2023.
October 13th, 2023.
So it's that way. It's
So
it's
I
that.
believe something really crazy, dramatic. I really don't want to say this shit because I don't want to see this shit happen for real, but whatever. I mean, it's out of my hands. I'm just here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just me. But I just think something really drastic may or may not happen at the end of next year because 2024 is literally around the corner. We 2 months away, pretty much 2.5 months away, which is crazy to think about because we just started this year. Damn, it's crazy.
No, we're almost ending it, bro.
I mean,
It
it
feels
just
like we
feels like
almost
we just
started,
started, you know. But damn, here we are. So 2025. Hopefully, we don't engage in another world war, and I don't know how long it'll last, but I do know that everybody's very well equipped with nukes. That a lot of people that don't deserve to have them, or that don't need to have them, and everybody just wants to show their, who's got the biggest bomb, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like it'll end just as quick as it'll start, but it's not gonna end well, bro. Like we're gonna end in destruction, bro. Like we'll probably be humans. I feel like we're the biggest threat to our survival. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be our own demise, the cause of our demise. Sadly, just because like everybody wants to show who's got the biggest dick, bro. Like you know what I mean? It's
just the way it is.
that's just like it is what it is, bro. I don't know.
So my prediction is something similar. I feel like I don't
Sooner or
know.
later.
I don't know if it's in the Quran, but like in the Bible, it says at the end of times when you hear them say war, there'll be peace. So for example, whenever Trump got elected, they're like, man, this guy's gonna take us into a new war. There was peace, right? But whenever when Biden got elected, like, oh, we're finally gonna have peace. There's not gonna be no wars. Well, now we have Ukraine. We have Israel going to war. We have potentially China.
North Korea been threatening us too.
Yeah. So then I feel like back when Trump gets back in, right, they're gonna be like, there's no war. Like he's gonna end the wars. And I think is my prediction. I don't think it's gonna be on him. I think it's just gonna be something that he has to do.
Do you think he's gonna get reelected?
I think so. If he can run, he'll get reelected.
Oh, you mean like they don't try to use the jail? To stop
If he can run and if something doesn't happen to him, like an accident, doesn't happen, I think he'll get reelected. But regardless of whoever is the next president, I think they're going to have their work cut out for them because it's going to be a sucky position or job to have because of everything that's happening. And I think this is just the beginning. I think it's gonna ramp up even more because it doesn't seem like Palestine wants to back down this time, and neither does Israel. If anything, they might make it to where they're like, you know what, it's time for us to completely get rid of Gaza, where we're gonna just invade it and take it over, and you won't even have that territory anymore. And then, because they've done it before, and if they've done it before, I mean, I'm sure they could do it again. But I don't know, man. It's gonna be a very interesting start of next year, and the next few years are gonna be very interesting.
Hey man, pray for the Middle East, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and with that,
Heal
guys,
the world.
peace out.